DJ Intence on the Record podcast. Oh my God, let's get started.
We're
gonna start right into it. The New York Knicks won against the Indiana Pacers today.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know who we are. This is DJ Intence. I am Walt. It was an enthusiastic game. The Pacers and the Knicks were going back and forth. The fourth quarter was kind of controversial.
Mm-hmm.
There was a call that said Brunson had knocked the ball out of bounds. It was tied, like, I think 118 to 118 or 117 to 118. They challenged it, and Clay went off the man's foot, defender.
And they won the challenge.
Got the ball back, scored. Knicks ended up winning 121-117. It was a rock'em sock'em game. I believe this series with the Pacers is going to go for at least 6 games. I don't see it being, a quick sweep. No. Pacers are too good. They've been good all year.
They've been playing really well.
So, and
it's a weird thing as we catch wind of Minnesota's demolition of the defending champs, the Denver Nuggets.
I wasn't going to get into that after this.
Yeah, but the reason I'm bringing it up is because it's just like, you look at certain situations, you realize, it's the playoffs and all this stuff. Everybody's trying to win a chip, whether they've won it before or whether it's the first time trying to win a championship. There's a level of momentum and groove that you don't want to lose. Now, this is me talking from the perspective of a person who's never played at this level, but I almost compare it to video games. There's a certain form that you hit that you're not trying to lose. And that's why that is why having so many days between games and off days could be dangerous, because you're in this attack mode and it's just
in the rhythm.
You're in the rhythm and you're performing at your absolute peak, and you don't want anything to disturb that. And when I look at this series, and we were having these conversations before we started recording, when I said Minnesota can't find themselves in a game 5 with the series tied, it's for reasons like this. Yeah. Because the way they've been playing, even in game 1 that they won as well, the way they've been playing,
the game 1 was still close.
It was close, but Minnesota was going away,
and they pulled it out at the end.
So it's just you don't want anything, anybody, or any type of advantage going their way, especially Denver.
Yep.
Denver being the defending champs, right now they're gonna have to really question themselves for a bit. But with Minnesota having the advantage going home, you don't want to let up.
No.
You don't want to let up. You don't want to celebrate too early. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Shout out to the teams that are performing that are in the playoffs doing this. But listen, T-Wolves, don't celebrate too early. That's all I'm saying. Do what y'all been doing.
It's not over till you win 4 games.
That's a fact. And we've seen
teams come back down 3-1.
Yeah.
I.e. the Warriors, i.e. the Cavs.
Yes.
So
we haven't seen nobody come back from 3-0.
No, not in the NBA. In MLB, yes. Shout out to my Boston Red Sox, the only, one of the few teams to ever do it.
You're a New Yorker. I'm not even a baseball fan.
I like my Red Sox. I'm sorry. I don't like the Yankees.
Listen, man.
I don't like it. I like the Mets. I like the Boston Red Sox.
Listen, man. Put some respect on that Yankee field, all right?
No.
All right. It's just the NY with the navy blue.
You know when my fandom left them? The moment they went and got A-Rod. I hated that move.
What do you think was they're the Yankees. They was always going to try to get the marquee players.
Do you know why? So when they traded to get A-Rod, they let go of a player named Alfonso Soriano.
Okay.
Alfonso Soriano was part of the 40-40 club. 40 home runs, 40 stolen bases. The man was a menace.
Okay.
And you can put him at second base, left field, whatever you put him at, he performed.
Okay.
So you got rid of young talent to get an aging player.
Okay. I definitely respect.
So when you let go of one of my favorite players, I'm done with these guys.
I understand it from that aspect.
So I just said forget it.
I mean, I get it. We
and even before that, I was just tired of hearing, New Yorkers, we're 27 and we have 27 titles. It's only 8 teams playing.
I hear you. That's a lot of titles to have.
It
though,
is.
You know?
I put respect on it.
Mm-hmm.
But during the 80s and 90s, they were poo-poo.
You'll go through spells.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, hold on now.
Sorry, the 80s, they were poo-poo.
If they
the 90s.
You know, I mean, well, especially towards the end of the 90s. It was
more like mid-90s.
Mid 90s to like early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was on fire.
Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, they got greedy and got A-Rod, and I just hated them. But, yeah, so back to my Knicks. Shout out to them. They held themselves serve. This is not going to be easy series against the Pacers because the Pacers play with the fastest pace in the game. They're about scoring points. And that's it. They can care less about defense. How fast can you score points? If Tibbs is ready to go that pace and use your bench to your advantage because it's not a defensive team, then they can get this series done in 6 or 5 against the Pacers. But if Tibbs goes back to his old stubborn ways, you might end up losing this thing.
My thing is, me personally, in my opinion, I think Tibbs is an exceptional coach.
Yes, of course.
I think, but I'm talking from the assistant aspect because my thing is just like
defense. He's a defensive coach.
Yeah, and this is why that's why I think he'd be exceptional to have as an assistant coach. You can't at some point at the pace that Jalen Brunson is playing, he's gonna hit a wall, bro.
Oh yeah,
you gotta you have to manage the minutes in the rotation and the playoffs more than ever at any point of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he has players that are gonna play for him. They're gonna play hard in a victory. They're gonna play hard in a loss. But it's just like if your best player being the point guard can't hit the wall if you're not trying to go far.
Yeah. You're not lying with that. I believe that first of all, they have to get more talent. You have all that draft capital now. You can go out and get talent in the next couple of years. The Knicks. Let me cut the vibe for this. Do not go out there and trade for Devin Booker. Don't do it. Don't deplete your roster and get a guy like that.
That's the talk of the town right now.
That's what they're trying. No, don't do it. If anything, sign somebody. Paul George would be a free agent. You can get him. I wouldn't mind seeing Paul George in New York.
It's not a bad shout. Paul George it's not a bad shout. I like Paul George. That's not a bad shot at all.
To be the second option on the team?
Oh, he'll get stupid money, bro. Like Paul George is about to get crazy money if that's the problem.
I don't mind that.
If that's the case.
I don't mind any other, free agents that's going to be out there. But don't do a sign and trade. Don't go for the big splash. Don't try to get Kevin Durant. Don't try to get Devin Booker. Just sign somebody. You can sign for LeBron if you think you can do it. You can sign for one of these marquee guys, but don't do a sign and trade. Please don't. Because you're going to ruin yourself. You did it already with Amari Stoudemire. Look where it got you. And look all the players you missed along the way.
See, now I don't necessarily blame him completely for the Amari Stoudemire situation. Granted that he did have microfracture surgery in his time in Phoenix, and he was still balling like a monster.
I'm just saying, when they made those trades to get Antonio McDyess, and you trade to get this, you trade to get that, bad.
But they was really trying to get LeBron James. They wasn't trying to get Amari Stoudemire. Amari Stoudemire was the sort of like, let me try to
third place prize.
Yeah. Let me try to scramble, and we're not even trying to disrespect him like that. But those were the optics at that time. I thought his first couple of seasons was MVP level. That he played at. It's just that his
knees was disintegrating.
Yeah, it just kept getting worse over time.
So, don't do it. Moving on. The Denver Nuggets are getting smacked silly
stir fry
by the Timberwolves. At one point, folks, they were up by 28 points, pushing 30. Denver is playing at home in the altitude. Minnesota does not care where they play. They can play on Uranus. They can play on Pluto. They can play the moon. The Nuggets are getting the Nuggets are getting smacked silly. Okay. The first half, Karl-Anthony Towns dropped 20 points. Big Cat gave him 20. It was 61-35. You let Carlton Towns get busy on you like that?
You know it's bad when you have one of your arguably, possibly, the defensive player of the year missing a game.
He's out.
He's out to witness the birth of his newborn.
His newborn's coming,
which I think is awesome. And the fact that you between that and Carlton Towns having 20 points in the first half.
First half, bro.
Yo, they must have. I don't know what the talk was in the locker room, or they probably found out early that Rudy wasn't going to be there, and they chose to possibly take a playoff game off, or what the case may be. Boy, there was in for a rude reckoning. If that was the mindset, that's very sad. If that was the mindset. Oh, Mike Malone is in that.
Yeah, because
he's jumping out his face trying to get to that ref right now.
Oh yeah, bro, he should have got teed for that one.
He was not having it with these.
Even your boy Jamal Murray was out here bugging, throwing ice packs around, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Denver.
No.
Stop crying.
No,
y'all weren't crying when you running those people last year.
No,
you weren't crying when you did the Lakers dirty.
No.
And I always said that thing would come back to haunt them. The stuff they were doing with the Lakers.
Man, oh man.
Look at that. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Nope.
Michael Porter Jr., I don't know. What's your problem is, bro? Is it because now they're sticking you? You forgot how to play?
That's why I got to move out here.
Okay. Karl-Anthony Towns finished the game with 27 points. He dropped 20 in one half and only gave you 7 in the second half. Was on cruise control.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards, the boogeyman, gave him 27 overall. Was a monster second half. Walter, they had Kyle Anderson, 6'9" Kyle Anderson, guarding Jokic.
Can't happen. Can't happen at all. It cannot happen. Jokic, and the way they're getting these switches, and because they know Jokic like to, come out to the perimeter and stuff like that, they're leaving themselves exposed because there's lack of rebounding, and Jokic is too slow-footed to stay with some of these guards. But at the same time, these are one of those matchups where it's just like, okay, if Rudy's not gonna be there, you still got to make any big man that you face work. You have to. You have to make him work, even if you're playing point center from the low post position. You got to make him work. You can't be out here playing as if Rudy is there, because the point of you playing further from the rim is to get Rudy away from the rim.
Hello.
But my whole thing is,
and Rudy's not in the game.
He's not in the game, so it's just like now it's Big Cat, and and the other fella, and so like you got to go in there and terrorize him. Big Cat looking like it's a free for all, just not having to play any type of defense. You can't have him not playing. Defense.
He was playing like free safety. He was moving everywhere.
I'm saying you can't have it look like he's not playing defense, because the game he was having offensively, that means he wasn't having to work. He wasn't having to work.
Of course,
and stuff like that. So, Joker, you gotta lean, put your body all over that.
It's over there because now Rudy Gobert be ready for the game 3.
And now you have to go back to, now you have to pick up the pace at both ends now. Things got to be airtight. You cannot be there. It's like this. I know Joker has the mindset like, I'm gonna have good games every now and then, but I'm gonna make mistakes within the game and keep doing it. You can't keep turning the ball over in this series, bro.
I think he has in 2 games. He has plus 10 turnovers in 2 games.
Excuse me. Yeah, you're gonna have to put a bit more thought to your passes and the timing of it. What she was doing in game 1, you was getting away with it because the series was close in that game. But you can't. You guys, essentially, they got to treat this game as the wake-up call, the way they treated that game against Miami last year in the finals. It was game 2.
In 2 games, Joker has 11 turnovers.
It's unacceptable.
He had 7 in game 1 and 4 in game 2.
A lot of them came from that outlet pass trying to initiate the offense early.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that against Minnesota. You can't afford to. Not at this point.
And they end up losing by 26.
Can't do it, bro. You guys is down 0-2 going away. We got to see the champs in game 3 and 4.
Yeah. If I'm Minnesota, I'm aiming. If I can get a sweep, better.
Yeah.
But I'm aiming for a split. If I lose game 3, I gotta win game 4. If I win game 3, I'll lose game 4. But you better win game 5. If anything, you want to lose game 3 because you know they're gonna come out firing for game 3.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I
win game 4.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm with you from the standpoint. You're right. They have to get at least a split.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you right now, Timberwolves and Timberwolves fans, if you drop these 2 games going home, I do not believe y'all win the series.
I think they can win it. I think they can still win game 5. I'm just saying, if you're going to game 5, be up 3-1.
Because what I'm saying this is like we know the Nuggets have been there, done that. All the Nuggets need to know is that we can beat you.
Yeah.
That's all they need to know. We could beat you. We could beat this version of you, and if they do it twice in Minnesota, I'm telling you,
no, you're right.
They're not going to. They're not.
It's the momentum shifting because now it's the best out of 3 after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 2 games back at my house.
Facts. Like if there's So my biggest thing is y'all can't drop these 2 games at home and possibly let Denver win 4 straight.
No.
You can. Listen, it's been a great season for y'all thus far, but it can't end like that.
That's why I kept saying these young guys. For me, people keep saying Boston. I think he'd be either Timberwolves or OKC winning the chip, and I'll be very happy for that because that's another small market team doing damage and winning it all.
I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced the Celtics are going to go through the. This might come across as hate. I'm not convinced the Celtics are ready to go to those depths to beat the Nuggets or even the Timberwolves. I'm not convinced.
Or even OKC.
I'm not convinced. And this might be a challenge. I'm not convinced. Jason Tatum really want to see Anthony Edwards though.
Nah,
I'm not really convinced of that. I'm not. And mind you, he has the length. He has a great shooting touch. He could ball himself, but I'm not convinced you want to deal with that.
I'm telling you something right here.
With that, the trash talking, I'm not. He'll get you out your skin.
I'm Walt.
Yeah.
If we get OKC versus Minnesota in the final in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh yeah, I'm tuned in.
Oh, I'm
tuned in.
Podcast the episode's gonna be coming late.
I'm tuned in.
I'm watching because SGA versus Ant-Man.
I'm tuned in.
Woo!
I'm watching every bit of it. I'm tuned in.
Talk about basketball.
They're gonna be talking. It ain't gonna be just your games talking. They're gonna be talking.
Of course,
they're gonna be talking for sure.
And SGA is like a smooth talker. He's not rah-rah. He said, "I got a bucket." Yeah. Look at that! I got another bucket.
You know.
Listen, I'm gonna shoot from here.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm telling you, shoot from here. Shoot from that spot. I told you I was shooting from here. Yeah. That Tim Duncan, that good game.
You can't keep your hands down.
Yeah.
You got to play defense. Oh, look at that. They were just, oh my God. I'm sorry. But they'll be the upper wall. Listen, we're talking about that. I was thinking earlier, I was like, man, KD, you're going to have to deal with Anthony Edwards every day during the Olympics.
Yeah.
Every day. Oh, man. At practice, every day, you're going to have to deal with this guy.
You remember when I did this on you?
Yo.
But one move, he does it again.
Man,
what you going to do?
Watch KD about to go extra hard in practice. During the Olympics. Oh, my God.
So, yeah. All right. Basketball talk is over. Let's get to these stories, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, where's my book at? Where my book at? I had it right here. I am Walt.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things been going on.
Yep. A lot of battles been going on.
Oh, you want to bring that up first?
A lot of battles. Listen. I'm just gonna keep it as short as possible. Listen, hip hop fans, y'all got what y'all wanted. This was 10 years in the making. We got the disc records. I don't need no more.
You sure?
I don't need no more. Drake said what he had to say. Kendrick said what he had to say. Whichever side of the fence you lie on is what it is. At the end of the day, content creators, y'all got your overtime money through these YouTube algorithms. Media people, personnel from the likes of Ebro in the Morning, Charlemagne, even folks Master Flex threw his 2 cents in there.
You know who threw their 2 cents into that one too?
Cam and Mace as well.
That one, Rolling Stones.
Yes, they did.
I was shocked.
Yes, they did. Yeah, I was shocked not to see Sexy Red at the top of the place. You know, that was the she had the best rap song of 2023.
Sure about that?
Yeah, Rolling Stone gave the crown to Kendrick.
No, they said the battle, not the best rapper 2023.
Yeah, I think they gave the battle to. Well, I saw some headline on
2024. I mean,
I saw some headline on a friend's IG story of mine. It was good.
No,
you know,
Complex gave J. Cole for 2023 last year.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
For this year, it's not over yet, so but we're still in the second quarter.
Oh, you're talking about the Sexy Red thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The best rapper of every year, Complex did, and last year went to J. Cole.
No, I'm talking about the record. I'm talking about
the record.
Yeah. The Ski E record.
Really?
It was like one of the top rap songs, or like the best rap song of 2023. I'm like, nah, this can't be the standard. And it sounds like hate. But I'm sorry, this can't be the standard.
I get what you're saying because it's not timeless. It's made for the now, and usually records that are made for the now. After that, you know, what's next for you?
Honestly, I can't even say it's not timeless because depending on what ratchet outing you decide to go to, you'll hear it.
Yeah.
It could be a strip club. It could be like, you know,
it could be a family backyard party.
So yeah, family backyard party.
It could be a team party
where these girls get a little loose off of the mimosas and you know.
It could be a team party too. They like Sexy Red, don't they?
Oh, absolutely.
Get it sexy.
Facts.
Get it sexy.
Yeah, they love that. They love that, you know, just so you know. They love it. It could be, listen, man. It could be a lot of things. It could be over the mimosas. It could be over the Henny. It could be over the Crown Apple. It could be over the vodka. The
rum
man,
punch.
You listen. There is nothing like seeing a pretty, well-educated girl that's that's living her best life, and one of nice outfits, and then as soon as she turns on her music, it's nothing but ratchetness.
Especially for the day.
Ratchetness.
So
they'll get turned over Moscato and stuff. They love the Moscato.
Like I Am Walt has been saying, this beef's been brewing for quite a while.
Yep.
It started off with, what was the record from Future and Metro Boomin?
Well, well. If we want to go back in time, it started off with that Control verse.
Control verse
that Drake felt the way about with Kendrick. Well, Kendrick was saying like Kendrick was coming from a competitive sport of hip hop where like, listen, man, I am the guy. I respect all y'all what y'all do. I hold y'all in high regard.
That was the Big Sean song with Control, right?
It was the Big Sean record with Kendrick and
even Big Sean had felt the way about it. I'm like, bro, it's your record. You should have known this already was gonna happen. And
that's why to me it seemed weak to me because like, bro, my whole thing is just like you put it out and said and you defended your position even though people were saying like Kendrick killed you on your record. And mind you, it was never an official record. I think they was probably trying to make it official, but I don't think they could get the samples cleared. I'm pretty sure it was produced by No ID.
I think I still have the song here somewhere.
You know?
Let me see, I'll pull it up. Hold on. Keep talking.
And the thing is, you had that moment. You had the record. I thought Big Sean snapped with his verse. But then, Kendrick took it to a different point. Jay Electronica did what he did. He probably was... people, I think, forget that Jay Electronica was on it. But my point is just like, you put the record out. It was your record to begin with. Kendrick does what he does on it. And then he gets, and everybody is just going through the roof. Everybody had freestyles for it. Even Joe Budden, former rapper turned podcaster, successful podcaster at that, had bars for him.
This song right here.
This rain like it's Mayweather, good music, yay weather, champagne just tastes better. They told me I never, boy, never say never. Sweat flow special like an infant first steps. I got paid, then reverse debts. Then I finally found
miscellaneous minds, never explaining the minds. Devilish grin for my alias, aliens who respond. Peddling sin, thinking maybe when you get old you realize I'm not gonna fold or demise. I don't smoke, what the f*** I sell it. Everything I rap is a quarter piece to your melon. So if you have a relapse, just relax and pop in my disc. Don't you pop me the pill, I'ma pop you, then give you this. Tell Flex to drop a bomb on this. So many bombs ring the alarm like Vietnam on this. So many bombs make Ferret.
You can check my name on the books. I earth, wind, and fire, the verse that rained on the hook. The legend of Dorothy Flowers proclaimed from the roof. The tale of a magnificent king who came from the nooks.
You want to know more? Go do use your Googles.
Use your Googles. Listen to the record. And in my opinion, you know, me being a Kendrick fan, Drake fan, I don't think Drake handled it very well because he felt like, you know, throughout the years when he was asked about it, he's been downplaying the record as like, you know, a moment that came and went. But it's just like, I feel like this was the root of their problems. Like my guy, like I get it's competitive and all this stuff, but it's just like you on this record trying to say like, oh, you want to be better than all of us and all this stuff, which I felt no problem with. But I guess from Jake's point of view, it's just like you was out here trying to chase an unnecessary moment. But again, this is how I feel like how Drake interpreted it. And then over the years, things been brewing, you know, with the situations with like, you know, Meek and Drake, and then Kendrick, I think referencing.
I feel that Meek and Drake why Drake was so mad because Meek was his man's.
Yeah, that hurt.
So that's like you beef with me, and I'm like, well, I know you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You like,
yeah,
really, me?
Yeah. I thought a lot of ways Meek played himself because like when he put out that mixtape, you know, before he dropped his debut album that had records he should have kept for the album, from A1 Everything with Kendrick, from Burn with Big Sean, to even Amen with Drake. Like Drake was on the video with you in that, and that's what you go and do. And stuff like that. And again, listen, even though he won that battle with Meek, you know, the ghostwriter allegations continue to come, and people just want to dismiss that as if Drake wasn't out here writing for other people, even though that's well documented. And rappers will say, even Kanye West, who's been on some really hater energy lately, will say that, you know, this dude came to so and so place and it wrote for me. He said this out of his own mouth. While in one mouth one side he'll say this, the next side he'll be like, "Oh yeah, we all came together for like the elimination of Drake," like on some wild hater stuff. And I'm not saying that, you know, Drake is an angel and probably hasn't ruffled a few feathers, but it's just like my whole thing is just like all you guys coming together to take him down, to me, amplifies really like, oh, he really is that guy.
Yeah,
he really is that guy. Y'all got to do this as a collective to get this off, because you don't like the type of power that he has. But it's just like, if y'all all was in his shoes, how would y'all feel? You know?
So you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Then came the big breakup with Drake and Future and The Weeknd and Rick Ross, and then they had the Type Ish record. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That flicked it off with Kendrick on there talking about, you know, F the big three, it's just big me.
Well, that was the line.
And you know, it's like, damn, bro, okay. And then Drake responded with the Push Up record.
Yeah.
I said, okay, oh wow. I'm shocked.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a snowball effect.
Yep.
What was the first one? Kendrick, Rick Ross responded with his record.
I think Champagne Moments.
Moments, and they call him BBL Drizzy and this and the third. I'm just like,
White boy,
and like, I'm like, Ross, y'all had hits together, bro.
Yeah. And the angle that he
Future, you had a #1 single. Wait for You was a smash single, bro.
Yeah.
What a Time to Be Alive was a moment in history. I still play those records, bro.
And this is my problem with what you're saying. Because there's some records I love on what a Time to Be Alive, but do I like it up and down like as in comparison to If You're Reading This Too Late? No. I think If You're Reading This Too Late, I think it came out maybe a few months after. To me, from top to bottom, from beats to how the records
Time to
are
Be Alive,
concise.
and If You Meet Was Too Late was brought in the same year, calendar year.
From top to bottom, that project is amazing. Whether Quentin Miller had a hand in it, to what extent, it doesn't
Especially
matter
that
to
Legend
me.
record.
Classic project.
Legend. I love
Classic.
that song, Legend.
You got Legend, Jungle, Know Yourself.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of records on there.
10 bands.
Yeah.
Energy.
10 Man still goes off hard.
And a lot of these records. Preach.
Yeah.
So many dope records. But my thing is when they try to frame it, and Kendrick, did a really good job framing it in this record shoot. When you try to frame it like, oh, you went to Atlanta to get the streets, you went around, you so pretty much trying to highlight you went to all these different places so you could get the quote unquote cosign to adopt that sound and energy and culture and try to make it seem like Drake was the only one benefiting from these business ventures. Try to make it seem like that's how the perception is. Oh, you out here jumping from wave to wave, but as if he's the only one catching the wave. Nobody else is making money from this. Even Rick Ross, you was out here calling him white boy and all this other stuff like that. But you wasn't doing that when you was doing Aston Martin music.
Mm-hmm.
That Diced Pineapples,
mm-hmm.
Money on the Grave, Gold Roses, all these records y'all done over the years.
Stay Scheming is still a club banger.
I'm on one.
Could
still play it till this day.
That's why I'm looking at like, what the hell is y'all problem?
That's what I'm saying. Cause he wasn't all this. He wasn't all this when it was also mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
But the minute y'all had problems, all of a sudden he's cosplaying black culture. He's cultural appropriating and like that. As if he didn't take nobody on tour. He didn't put nobody on his record. He didn't get on their records. You know what's a real culture vulture? You really want to know? If I do all those things to get on your wave and I do nothing for you, I go around you, get your sound and things like that. I do nothing for you. I don't get on your records. You don't go on tour with me. The only time I need you is for a record. So my thing is like they try to make it seem like it's one-sided.
And it's not.
You've all made money with this man. We're not gonna do that. And y'all have jumped on other waves too. Y'all have done other records with other people too. All of y'all.
That's why I find it comical. When you heard Kendrick talking about, I hate the way you do this, I hate the way you do that. I'm like, but you're surrounded by the same thing. That's how when I look at K-Dot now, I'm like, I didn't know you're such a big hater. You look crazy, bro.
And I'm glad you mentioned it because this is a point I think Lupe Fiasco made one of his last interviews on Ebro in the Morning, and Ebro was saying like he was introducing him. He said, "Listen, this is Lupe Fiasco. Your rapper's rapping," and then Lupe said like, "Listen, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't throw me to the underground. I've sold records out here. Don't you fans? You can't throw Kendrick to the underground. Okay, when you do records with Drake,
Taylor Swift."
Rihanna, they ain't catering to Maroon 5. That
Imagine Dragons.
You're not catering to the underground. He's looking at them zeros from that feature check. He's like, oh, that check is nice. I need more of these.
More of the credits.
Look, yeah, that's another thing too. Oh, written and performed by you. Hello, newsflash. People who just started listening to hip hop 30 seconds ago. Producers are considered songwriters, right?
I didn't know.
I would bet you good money. I would bet you money I don't have right now that if you go to Kendrick Lamar's album, I bet you won't see only Kendrick Lamar in the songwriting credits.
No.
I bet you won't. You go do any of these albums, I bet you won't. Because if they wasn't considered songwriters, then their names have no business being in the songwriter section.
Yep. You get points for your work you do.
So what are we talking about? Oh, so you saw Boy Wonder's name in the songwriting credits. And some other producer's name in the songwriting credits. This is what Drake has been saying, Psy's been saying. If you think it's just gonna be you and your engineer going up against Adele, and think you have a chance to win, have a go. Have a go at it. 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 Kendrick Lamar had the co-sign by Drake, has an immaculate ear for great beats, has worked with some of the most talented producers, songwriters you ever come across. He's been nominated in the album of the year category for like, I think virtually all his albums outside of Section 80. And he's never won it at the Grammys.
Neither has Drake, has he?
No.
Both in the same boat.
Never won it.
So you have all this going on, and I'm just sitting back like, man, what's going on? You hear the push-up record, and then all of a sudden Kendrick just drops these barrages of songs.
Yeah.
I think the first one was...
It was Euphoria.
Which was good.
It was very good. It had moments, but again...
But it felt like it dragged on. But like, I'm listening to Euphoria, I'm like, bro, I've heard these stuff before about Drake.
That's what I'm saying.
So it wasn't like I've heard other artists, other people say the same thing about Drake.
Yeah.
But because you're saying it, what you already said? Yeah, I heard it before.
We've heard those things. Pusha T said a lot of these things.
Yeah. Then he gives you 6 for 16.
Love that record.
I said, okay, now you smoking. You're flowing on this algorithm sample.
Love it. I love it.
He is floating.
Love it.
I'm like, damn, this is fantastic.
Fire production. I love how Kendrick was rapping, even the shots he was taking. I love it.
Yeah. I'm like, this is a diss record right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the content creators, the musician heads, you gotta dig deep. You gotta look into the next line. That's what he meant when he said with this and this. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. But for them caveat over here, when Hove did it through Takeover, or when Hove was rapping with Eminem, and people said Eminem ate him up, I'm like, do you hear what Hove is saying?
They was trying to hear that.
So how can you be selective about what you... This is the thing. You gotta have both ways. You can't have it both ways.
No, this battle pointed out. This battle
very biased.
Bias on both ends, but it's just like the lack of consistency. You guys, Kendrick will say things and y'all take it as the gospel. Drake will say things and y'all question it.
Drake wrote that through AI. I'm like that.
And
I don't know, bro. He smoked it.
And people talking about, we can't count the tailor-made thing because he hasn't. Like, no, we heard it. It counts. It counts. Y'all may not like it because Drake was doing it, but let Kendrick do it. Y'all would have loved it.
Tailor-made was which one?
Tailor-made is when he dropped the voices of Pac and Snoop.
Yeah, that was funny.
He dropped the Pac and Snoop and telling Kendrick, like, listen, man, you are who you say you are. You don't represent the West, pretty much. And Drake also, trying to, disarm him by bringing up all the things that Kendrick would use on him, which he knew.
Yeah.
Which he knew he would use these things, and then and people are like, oh, it's taking a dark turn.
No.
And that's my point. It started with the tailor-made track when people were saying like, oh, the way Drake used Pac's voice and Snoop's voice was like disrespectful, but it wasn't disrespectful when Kendrick was calling himself the king of New York, juggling both coasts in each hand. Back then, I wasn't disrespectful. When Kendrick came over, was doing shows in New York, I didn't hear about no incidents over this side. I didn't hear about no incidents over this side. So I should not hear about nothing when Drake goes to LA. If this is supposed to be just rap, right?
So you have that, and then after Taylor Made, it was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kendrick dropped the.
He dropped the 616 LA, I believe.
616 LA.
Yep.
Then Drake followed up with Family Matters.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, damn, Drake is snapping.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then he gave you Scary Hours EP Deluxe Edition Drake at the end of Family Matters, just bars.
Yeah. And in the very same mirror that Kendrick was holding up to Drake was holding up to Kendrick.
He said, look, is this you?
Yeah.
And then Kendrick gave us Beat the Grams. But I'm firing all cylinders.
He was fine. He was fine, but it's just like, bro, you've called him a pedo. Now you're writing letters to his mom, and
He
dad.
did a Dear Stan kind of thing with that one.
Yeah, mom and dad, and his alleged daughter
And his son.
and his son.
And that was first for Meet the Grams. Then Drake dropped the Family Matters record and was like, oh, you fell for the bait, my friend.
No. Drake dropped the Family Matters record first, and then Kendrick stepped on it when Meet the Grams.
Okay.
About like an hour later or whatever, however that played out. But it's just like, we're not gonna just not listen. Whether people try to argue that, okay, so he stepped on it after Drake dropped it. We're not gonna dismiss. I'm not gonna dismiss some of the points Kendrick made in favor of him and his fan base. I'm not gonna dismiss the point that Drake was making too, especially when Kendrick, if you've been a Kendrick fan for a long time, has admitted he used to be caught up in the color stuff and complexion, where he has a line saying like, basically he used to be caught up in like the complexions and favoritism and colorist stuff, and his girl who he calls with saying like, nah, you can't think like that. All women are beautiful and all those things. Listen to complexion. Listen to the beginning of that second verse. And you'll see what I'm talking about. And then, then trying to point out Drake dating young girls. Drake has also dated older women too. Drake has dated dark-skinned women. Drake has dated, I'm sure, been with white women. He's been with all types of women. So you can't try to use that against him. Even when he says like, yo, I'm too rich to be getting caught up in stuff like this. And we've seen, rich dudes get caught up in stuff like this, and and finally, things all fall down for them. But I would like to think like, bro, too much money at stake to be getting caught up in this, and things like that.
Relax, slow down.
Listen, I get the allegations of the groomer and stuff like that, but when you say he like young girls, let's be very clear. If this woman is of age, I don't care if she's 20 and Drake's 37, or she's 23 and Drake is 40.
Of age.
That's of age.
See, people are giving Drake slack for that, but yet Leonardo DiCaprio's been outside dating 25 and under for his whole entire life.
Not even letting you cap at 30.
He's like, how old are you now? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, getting you out the roster quick. Sure. He probably looking for exit strategy, 5 months before she turned 24.
Yes.
And stuff like that. So we're not gonna do that.
How old are you now? 24? Oh, you got one more year left.
You
got one more year left, Mom.
It's funny to me where he referenced that line about like, we don't even like, where he's like, I don't even like the women that are into you thinking like they are women of high quality. It's just like, Kendrick, look at the dudes you're standing next to.
Yeah.
They're messing around,
running around,
selling a dream to those very same women you criticized Drake for being with, and things like that. You questioning his blackness and all this, and so like, and then when he hits you with that line, but you married to a mixed queen. You've been in the past that you've been into white women and stuff like that. So this black messiah, so him holding that mirror to him, being this black messiah, Dr. Umar-ish type dude, is just like, bro, enough.
So now there has nothing been out.
Mm-hmm.
He did do a record with Mustard, made like a kind of club banger because
listen, man, people like it. It's catchy.
He had to.
Yeah, see, Drake getting him catchy records, and he getting Drake to rap more. You see that?
Yeah.
Mutually beneficial.
So when I look at it, people said they liked it. I didn't like it. I didn't like it for one thing only. I felt like Kendrick did a Nas. Is it Black Law? Is it Black Girl Lost, or is it Uchiwali? Which one is it?
You don't know.
And that's why Drake kind of fooled like, hey man, no, don't give me no records like that. I want this. Because now going forward, Kendrick, you're gonna have to. I'm just saying, can you keep up with that pace and doing records like that?
No, I don't believe so.
And if Drake continues doing what he does, and then people be hating again. Oh man, this guy keeps climbing the charts because he's Drake.
My problem is that doesn't make any sense. Like, especially when Kendrick said, if it came down to being underground or having what Drake has, I'd take what Drake has. He was not in it to just rap and be underground out here. We don't even look at this battle the same if Kendrick's not at where he's already at. So my thing is just like people trying to frame it as he's the pure hip hop and stuff like this. No, he's not. Not in that sense, at least. This is why I don't like having, quote, real hip hop conversations. He's a commercial artist. He got co-signed by the likes of Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is a well-acclaimed commercial level producer. Kendrick was trying to get to the next level. He was just trying to rap just to rap, okay? No. Same thing with Drake. Yes, their upbringings are vastly different, but the goal was to get to this point, okay? So you can't try to say one is more hip hop than the other. Their influences are vast. Who they work with are well-experienced people who got to the next level. He got co-signed by Wayne and a whole lot of other people, and Kendrick the same. So we're not gonna play the who's really hip hop and who's not. That just sounds stupid. They both had to put in the work to get to this point.
I'm just saying,
you know,
if Kendrick Lamar has a cryptocurrency line in a song,
I did out here.
He starts making, Drake style type of tunes. I'm gonna look at you, Kendrick fans, like, so what happened to your king? Because I was really taken aback. I'm like, bro, you really chatty patty right? You being gossipy right now, B.
Listen, man.
And my man it's a rap battle, but I'm like, I can still battle you, but at my taste.
Yeah.
Not being something that I'm not, or because now I'm looking like that was a facade. I'm just saying, it looked crazy to me that how he was coming off.
No, Zay's criticism has always been, shout out to my guy Zay. He's always been like, he doesn't like this tough talking Drake, and it's just like, listen, I get what you're saying, and and you try, but I'm saying, like, it's like, I understand Kendrick is from Compton, like, but we could all be surrounded by affiliate people. That doesn't mean we put any work in.
See, to me, Kendrick was giving you from his whole entire career Kendrick was giving you from the kid that was in the area but not in the air. If you get what I'm saying.
But then when you talk, but then when you get on, it's like that talking about chain snatching. What are you really talking about? Are you still a good kid in the Mad City?
That's what I'm saying.
Like
Kendrick was always like, like when you live in a tough neighborhood and that one smart kid that never gets in trouble. That was Kendrick.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But now you're looking crazy because I'm like, bro, this is what you are right now. You all gossipy and hating on the next man. Wow, that's crazy to me, bro.
Listen, there's one thing.
I'm just saying.
One of the things I learned about is, Kendrick is a hater.
Yeah.
and Drake
big
is
hater.
Petty.
Big hater.
Is
and Drake's like, oh, well, hey man,
super petty. Super petty. And that's one of the things, like, even Ebro and them highlighted, he said, listen, man, as big as an artist he is, Drake is not afraid to come at you or like he says, hike down to let you know what it is. He's not afraid to be like, I'll come up this mountain and go down here and entertain you.
And then go back up.
I don't know how many people are doing this at Drake's level. Not even, and I hate to call her out because I do respect who she is as an artist and rapper. Not even Nicki was willing to do that when it came to Remy Ma.
Nah,
that's facts.
She didn't want to get barred up.
That's facts. She said I'm over here with Beyonce. We don't do that over here. That's what she said.
So what's next? Because right now it's been a stalemate.
Either we get 2 more records and then we go back to the regular scheduled program, or it's over and we accept it and view it however we view it at this point.
I'm letting y'all know, you Kendrick fans, your man out here starts talking, trappers and strippers, Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna look at y'all like,
no, we better not hear none of that stuff.
I'm gonna look at y'all like,
sure. We better not hear none of that stuff. I better not see a Taylor Swift feature.
Oh my God.
I better not see none of that.
Look at your man, he's doing pop. I thought he hated the pop records. What's he doing?
Oh man, listen, man.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
These are certain conversations I don't get into it because you're gonna see a lot of goalpost movement, bro. Yeah, listen, man. This
Wait,
battle,
you hear that?
there have been so many goalpost movement, man.
You hear that? You don't hear that? That dragon noise? That deep, earthly. Damn, this. Oh, this feel. That's just people moving the goalposts.
Listen, man. I was telling Zay because he felt like I was downplaying what Kendrick was doing on record. I was like, listen, bro. The way
I never downplayed it. I was saying that I heard these things already before. Give me something else.
And this is what I was trying to tell him. I was like, bro, the way, and I was trying to tell him based on what I was seeing, the way they're viewing Drake and the way they're viewing Kendrick is that they're viewing Kendrick as the quote unquote real hip hop. They're viewing Drake as the opposite of that. No matter what he does or say, he's scheduled to lose.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. And he thought I was downplaying what Kendrick was doing. I was like, I can't downplay what he's doing. You know, there are things I like he did on records and things I don't like. You know, there are ways I thought Drake could have handled it with the control verse versus how he handled it, but it is what it is. But my thing is just like, bro, you can't say one dude is a pop artist and the other one isn't. Okay? Popular music. They both make popular music.
It's funny with that phrase of pop music.
Yeah.
I believe it was Jackie Jeff was saying that pop music was popular songs.
Yeah.
It didn't matter what genre it was.
That's what I'm saying.
It's only until the late 80s and 90s where pop had a sound.
Or a stigma attached to it.
Exactly.
And it's just like, yo, you know why you care about? You know why you care about those Biggie records, those Pac records? Because it got to a point where it was undeniable. Kendrick got to a point where he became undeniable. Drake got to a point where he became undeniable. Michael Jackson got to a point where he became undeniable, and MTV was trying to stop it. Prince as well.
And David Bowie was like, what y'all doing?
And Whitney Houston, okay? David Bowie knew the vibes like, yo, why are you guys trying to stop the undeniable? You know? It don't matter if you dislike Drake, his music, his antics, or what it is. Him and Kendrick occupy the same commercial space. One is outside more than the other. Cool. But you know why we care? Because they're at an undeniable level. This is why we care. Because if Kendrick was not at an undeniable level, you would not care what the hell Kendrick talking about.
Had Kendrick be like on the Blueface type of style,
you wouldn't care. Y'all talk about hip hop purity and all this underground stuff and Kendrick being this. Why did y'all have the same energy for MF Doom at this level?
Or the same hip hop purists are seeing Sexy Red in the club.
Why don't y'all have that same energy for Talib Kweli at this level?
Yeah.
Or Mos Def Turn Yasin Bey. Or all these other dudes who've contributed significantly to this culture. Y'all didn't have that same energy for them. Or even let's go back to my guy, shout out Louis P. You know, when Jadakiss did his verses and all that stuff, and y'all was all saying he's top 5 dead or alive. Why isn't it reflective in the sales and impact? You guys want to pick and choose when it comes to numbers and commercials. So what? I'm commercial. That's the point. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. That's the point.
And keep the money flowing.
You know? You think Kendrick is doing a Taylor Swift just to be like, yo, I just like her music? No. There's money involved in the audience. Dummy. I got a tour.
Okay, y'all. This is Blue Faces by Swave, and we'll get right back. We'll do some finance news. We'll get to a news story, and then we'll end it with the wise guys. Right back. Big shout out to SwaveHMG. He got a new project out. I'll tie the link on the page. Right back with more on the podcast.
I'ma be alright because Dizzy, he gon' violate. Everybody know I'm saying no. Looking so fresh, man, I'm getting that bankroll. If you talking money, you speaking my lingo. New whip, couple Django, slay like Django. I'm all over everywhere you can go. Bad yellow broad, she digging in J-Lo. Sorry, that's your wife, it'll be in the shame, oh.
Wrist rocky, best believe I drop some pesos. Pull up to the club and I stunt in that Range Rover. Woke up in the spot, they know Swavey in pain, no. Yeah, I'm waving at haters like man, no. Yeah, I'm with them shooters, none of them on payroll. Shorty like a drug is offering me to say no. Got no time in the world to be with lame-os. Tally is the family, we don't do that thing, bro. We be banging hammers like it's gates closed. Henny straight, I don't do chasing. Bad, I don't do basic. I be counting up the blue faces. Yeah, it's all about the blue faces. Henny straight, I don't do chasing. Bad, I don't do basic. I be counting up the blue faces. Yeah, it's all about the blue faces. Haters talking, tell me what they really saying, yo. Back from the field, hit the crib and change clothes. Stacking up the spread, you know I be staying low. You gotta understand that's just how the game go. Yeah, putting out this fire, shorty know I'm hot now. Now you all up in my face, back now you not around. Me and Dizzy run the bronze, yeah we got it locked down. I go hard in the paint, gotta hold the block down. Good drink, marijuana, that's your girl, I don't wanna. Hell yeah, shorty thirsty, single like a Arizona. When I was 16, I was moving like a grown-up. Won't call, you were gonna have a run up on you. Making out with the best, this is history in the making. Shorty got it bad, I ain't talking Usher Raymond. Came up from the payment, I'm just out here trying to make it. I the money motivated, know the life is so amazing. Henny straight, I don't do chasing. Bad, I don't do basic. I be counting up the blue faces. Yeah, it's all about the blue faces. Henny straight, I don't do chasing. Bad, I don't do basic. I be counting up the blue faces. Yeah, it's all about the blue faces.
All right, yeah. Guys, sorry, I turned it off. How y'all doing? I'm sorry about that. So usually I give you guys a financial tip for the past couple episodes.
Yep.
But I think this time around I'm actually gonna give you a financial story. Big shout out to the folks at Earn Your Leisure, EYL University. Some of the finance tips I give you is through them. Some of the finance tips I give you is either through Warren Buffett, Robert Kiyosaki. There's a lot of groups of different people that I get my finances information from. So, Robert Smith is a wealthy billionaire.
Yep.
Billionaire? Is he a billionaire? I think he's a billionaire. I know he's a.
It's like the wealthiest black American in the United States, or one of the healthiest black people in general.
He's a billionaire, $9.2 billion, and has a private equity firm, Vista Equity Partners. So, what he did around 2019, while he was delivering this commencement speech at Morehouse College, he pledged to pay off the entire $34 million of student loan debt that all the members of the 2019 graduating class had. Right? And he kept to that promise. Okay? He was on EYL and they broached that story. And he had to make a way to help pay the fund without hurting all the others. That was Firefly. Because what happens is, I'm Walt. Let's say you have debt, right?
Yep.
And I give you $20,000.
Excuse me. Yep.
Just like you're here. Because you have $20,000 in the bank's gonna be like, whoa.
Where'd you get this from?
Exactly. And that's money is taxed.
Yeah.
And even if I gave you that as a gift, it's still taxed. It's crazy. That's why, like, when it comes to people in cars, and they'll sell a car and say, I give it as a gift to my child, whatever.
Yeah.
When you pay your taxes on registering it, it can either be high or low. So that's like one way I got away from doing it was I said my car was bought for a penny. Yeah. Instead of telling them I got the car as a gift, my father, I told him I bought the car for a penny. She got put tax on a penny.
Oh.
Get it? For registration.
Okay.
Not the value that's at. That's why when they tell you do a sale transaction, you put whatever number. You put like $100. $100 is yours. The title. Okay. So long story short, he's on EYL and explaining about what he did for the students at Morehouse. Morehouse is an all-black male Astoria Black college. It's Morehouse, and the sister is Spelman.
Yeah.
We're going to put a little fuel in your bus. My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
Run this back one more time.
You got a lot of headlines the Morehouse, when you paid off the student loans.
We're going to put a little fuel in your bus. My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
But it's a little bit more complicated than that. Can you talk about that? Because people just saw he paid off everybody's student loan, but that's not actually the full story, right?
Yeah, it's not as easy as you think to pay off somebody's loan. Because if you pay off somebody's loan, either you're giving them a gift or they're receiving a gift. Now they got to pay taxes on it. So there's a burden to them. So you've got.
See? So if I gave you large sums of cash and you received that large sums of cash, it's taxed.
Yes,
that's why you gotta kind of find loopholes around it. I.e., making a trust.
Okay.
So, like when they say about getting a house, right?
Yep.
And I tell people, don't directly pass your house down to your child. Put the house in the trust. Name it as beneficiary. So when I go after you pass and gone, and I get the deed for the house, I'm not paying tax on the house because the house is a trust fund. A trust.
Okay. So essentially, like, I become a homeowner one day.
Yes.
I pay off the home.
And then you want to pass it to your kids?
They have a home that they have that's fully paid for.
And they can pass it their grant. Whatever you want to do. But you put it in a trust.
So what tax am I paying? Because I'm sure they're still paying like property tax and stuff like that.
Yeah, but when I forgot the technical term it's called, but when you transfer over a deed from somebody else and you put it and you already have it as a trust already, you bypass that tax. Just like they talk about owning a business. You can be a sole proprietor. You could be a sole proprietor SLLC or a sole proprietor S Corp. The difference between an S Corp and a common LLC is that the S Corp doesn't pay the self-employed tax. Basically, the self-employed tax is a 15% tax additional on top of the tax you pay already. So essentially, when you're saying you're an S Corp, you're saying that the business makes money, but you as a person don't make money. So the business will pay you later if you take payment.
Okay.
That's why remember you heard Waka Flocka say, like, you put your car in the trust, you put your business in your trust, your cell phone's in a business name. You don't own anything, but your business owns something. Yeah. The ways around it. But let me get back to this video right here.
You got to actually architect a system to do that effectively so that it doesn't create the burden. In that process, what I learned is over 60% of African American wealth goes towards servicing student loans. And
ain't that crazy?
60%.
Mind you, I think we put in $1.5 trillion in the wealth. So out of that 1.5 trillion, 60% of that go into student loans. Ain't that something? Ain't that something, bro?
That is crazy. Man.
That's why I be telling you guys, and I keep trying to drill it in your head about investing. It's not optional. It's meant you have to, because after a certain point in time, you will get old, and you cannot work. And if you don't have, if you didn't save up enough for your medical needs for the future, for your medical bills for the future, for your own bills for the future, you're stuck. And then you're gonna pass the burden on to your children to take care of you. And how fair is that?
It's not. Oh my God.
Let's keep going.
It can be decades before you've paid off those student loans that inhibit your ability to buy stocks, bonds, a house, invest in a business.
And he's not lying about that. If you guys ever get a chance, watch last week tonight's special about student loan debt and the crazy cycle that they put you through to clear off that student loan debt. It's unbelievable.
Send that to me because I need that.
And especially what the colleges do to drop up tuition, which makes the students get more in debt. I found out something recently today, and you're going to laugh at this. I believe it was Walmart, Target. It could have been Audible and a few other power companies no longer require for certain jobs to have a education background, like a degree. So imagine you going to school for your degree in marketing, and you lose it to some chum that never went to school for marketing, but knew somebody on the inside and got in-house training from them for marketing.
That happens every day. It happens every day. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I can see how it feels wrong. But at the end of the day, nepotism is nepotism, and also who you know is who you know. So when I say it's not what you know, but who you know, that's why it's important. Even if you're going to school to network,
networking in school is very, very important.
You could have all the best grades, all the best recommendations.
Facts.
You need to network.
Facts.
You need to be in a spot where, like, that kid you know that might come from money, even if he didn't go to school, would have a job after high school, even if he chose not to go to college. That's the guy you have to talk to.
Facts.
I'm dead serious because we see that happen every day. You could have the grades, the recommendation letters, the experience through internship. If that one day you're in the middle of an interview thinking you're about to like, you know,
close the deal,
all he needs is that one to be like, yo, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a minute. Well, you know, I've been going through some tough times, and you know, it's hard making ends meet. He said, you know what, yo, you could work for me. I got a position. I'm doing these interviews anyways, things like that, you know, and you know, but we know each other. We got a rapport, so you know, I could fast track. I could help you get a job here, you know, like that. You know, I'm just conducting these interviews. I'm probably gonna weed a lot of them out anyways. The conversation could turn very quick against you.
So that's why Mark Cuban stresses about it's not what college you go to, it's what you get out of it. It's about the networking in the schools. Because some of the gigs I've gotten is because of networking.
That's a fact.
And my word is my bond for my business. Let's continue forward.
It's like, well, that's just unconscionable because most of these student loans are paying back to the United States government. African Americans paying money back to the United States government to pay off student loans.
Facts. Facts. The United States government made student loans to help people through college, but then became a vicious cycle of debt that people. There's one guy I saw on John Oliver's story. I'm gonna put the story in the description, the YouTube link of how his son passed away, and he had to still pay the student loan debt for his son.
Wow.
Because what they get you on is not the amount of money that you took out, but it's a principal on that debt. And even if you take an individualized payment plan, the principal still rolls over, so you're never out of it. It's ridiculous. They had a company called Navient. Navient was doing so many shitty things along the way, bro. Oh my gosh, it dissolved the company, Navient, and that was one of my student loan borrowers. Was Navient.
That might be one of mine too.
I think there's like 4 or 5 major ones out there. Let's keep going.
How y'all feel about that?
That was crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, y'all should think about that, right? So then I thought, well, what's a better way to do it? Is to create a fund. It's called the Student Freedom Initiative. We raise money. I put in a bunch of money. Now these students borrow from the fund. But rather than pay that money back to the government, it pays back into the fund. And then that fund can relend that capital. And that's a virtuous cycle.
You got a lot of headlines.
So he made a fund, help kick off these students for them to have financial freedom. Instead of paying that to the government, you paying it forward.
I agree with it.
So the next person who graduates is debt free, and then they're paying for it. The next student, and I love what he started. So essentially, it's free money, but you're paying it back.
I like it
for the next man. Now I knowing this thing is probably not in like you have to pay off the debt. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good look to do so.
Absolutely,
especially to where these educated men are going to forward.
Yeah.
So I like his initiative that he has. So yeah. Shout out to Robert Smith.
Shout out to Robert Smith.
EYL, Earn Your Leisure podcast.
You guys are doing a tremendous job out here.
There's a few others that I get my little tips from.
Wow, that's really cool.
Because you know, we can be on social media and we can argue about Drake and Kendrick and breaking down the lines of what this meant. And I saw a lot of people talk. I'm so all right, cool now. When I come to you with this educational stuff here, about your finances, I don't want to hear. I don't know about this, man. You broke down a whole. You gave me a nice soliloquy, a syllabus of what certain lines of these songs meant. So, if you could put your energy into that, you can figure out your finances. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just saying.
Nah, but it needs to be said because what you're saying is
am I lying?
No, you're not lying. These things, these are very real circumstances, to be honest with you. And that's one thing I want to start doing. Whatever debt I have, I just want to clear it out as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Because
the faster you clear your debt, the more access you have to capital. And you can use that capital to start your business.
Yeah.
And take it off. Whatever you think you can do. And it could be something as simple as a fruit truck or a laundromat or owning an apartment complex. Very simple.
Yeah. Laundromats will never go out of style.
Oh, they'll never go out of style.
No.
Because people have to wash clothes.
Yep.
Now, what you have to worry about is the traffic.
Yeah.
Because you not want to put a laundromat in the middle of nowhere. You want to put a laundromat in someplace where there's traffic.
Absolutely.
So it makes sense for it to make money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry for me talking you guys' ears off to death. I am Walt. You got a story for me, my boy?
Yeah, it's a story that I stumbled upon today, actually. I thought it was a pretty interesting story, and it ties into some of our past conversations.
Hit me with it.
Okay.
And then I got something for you guys, the audience.
All right. Xbox fan helps Bromley FC achieve greatest success in 132 years.
Interesting.
This is off of PureXbox.com as the source. The article is written by Fraser Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, how are you doing?
Very interesting article that I stumbled upon today. Just instantly caught my eye. You know, me being a soccer fan, but also the context of it. So last year, Xbox and football and the football manager of Bromley FC held a competition to give one lucky Xbox fan a job at Bromley FC as a support performance tactician. And it was ultimately won by Nathan Owolabi, who has become the star of the mini documentary. There's also a documentary
on this kid.
Yeah, in regards to all the aspects of this.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Shy. Hold on. Say hi to DJ Shy, y'all. Hi DJ Shy.
Yo.
Yeah, we still recording, my boy.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, we gonna call you back.
Yep.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
That is DJ Shy.
Big shout to DJ Shy.
Friend of the pod.
That we will be back with him for Anytime USA.
Oh, for sure. A lot of catching up to do. Owolabi played a part in Bromley's biggest success in their 132 years as a football club, with the team getting promoted to the English Football League in front of Wembley crowd this past weekend. This result means that Bromley are now just 3 leagues below the English Premier League, which is an incredible achievement for a club that has never risen to that level before. Owolabi undoubtedly contributed to the English football history in the process. Football history in the process. So one key thing that I looked at was after I saw that particular part that I just read, I looked at to find out how many football leagues are in England. So there are 57 football leagues in England across 84 divisions across the country, that provides a feeder system throughout the English Football League. The National League system aims to provide clubs with a level of competition appropriate to their playing ability, stadium, ground facilities, and geographical location. A feeder system in football or clubs in a lower division that provides training and experience for young players, with an agreement that successful players can leave to join a club in a higher division. So it's like
a minor league type of thing going on.
Minor league, also similar to the G League, because there's a lot of top clubs. You know, when they have young prospects, they probably send them to like lower leagues.
Yeah, so they can get coached up.
You know, get reps on a professional level,
and then call them up when they need them.
Exactly. There is also this another part of the story is that there's not an update yet whether Owolabi will keep his job as a support tactician for the new upcoming season. However, there is that documentary that I mentioned before where we could keep tabs on it, and I hope he does keep it. Bromley FC was founded in 1892. The ground is on Haynes Lane, Bromley, which is located in Greater London, England. They went from being in the National League to promoted to the English Football League.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, like I said, this club has a chance to possibly eventually get promoted to the English Premier League, which is like the top of the food chain and arguably the best soccer league in the world, especially in arguably best league in Europe. And to me, that's very impressive because when you look at these type of things, it always comes back to some of the conversations that we had. You didn't play or you didn't coach at that level, so you don't know. Meanwhile, you have a team who was in probably the 4th tier or 5th tier league of in England, and they try to do something clever and innovative. Yes, it was a contest and a prize, but you were able to maybe pick up some sound advice from a person playing the game from a managerial point of view.
Yeah.
So my thing is just like, this notion or you didn't play and you don't know, that can't be the case if this guy is doing something or being an integral part to a team success being promoted. I don't care what level this is at. The fact of the matter is that it's just that sometimes it's okay to pick someone else's brain who may not be on the field or on the sideline, but he probably could pick up some things that he sees in the video game, because these video games are based off of realistic aspects of the game. So we're not gonna. So to the fact that he could be a top gamer from that point of view, but also bring real insight to real life situations and involving a game of this magnitude and a club success, I think that's very impressive.
It's funny that a lot of these video games. So, John Madden made Madden so that the everyday person can understand the concepts of football.
Yep.
So Madden was not a game to. It wasn't a game to like, oh, we're gonna play video games. No, he was trying to teach you football, teach you positions, teach you coverages, teaching you personnel groups, teaching you, packages of defense, et cetera, et cetera. Some of your favorite players play Madden to learn about the team.
Absolutely.
And this is what I can do here. Okay, I like this play. Oh, that's what their playbook is, because Madden has evolved such a in depth that they actually will take coaches' playbooks from the following year and show you and put the playbook in the game.
Yeah. So I mean, I would do the same, so you get a better understanding.
A better understanding. And when you say about coaches, and Bill Belichick never played professionally.
No.
Phil Jackson played professionally, but he wasn't right on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
I think Larry Brown was too. Even Pop.
They play professionally. Very, very few of them play professionally. I think Jerry Sloan played for the Bulls way back in the day. Pat Riley did play for the Lakers.
Pat Riley's a basketball lifer. He was actually part of that school that lost against Texas Southern as the first black school to win a national title.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Pat Riley has deep roots in history and black culture.
Makes
sense. Yes. So the thought of a person not being at the apex level of that said sport and they having no knowledge of that said sport is a misnomer.
Yeah, you got people raising their nose at him like, yo, listen, all you do is just play this. You don't know what it's like to be out on the field. That's cool and all, but it's like, but I could be objective.
Yeah,
I could see certain aspects of the game that you don't see.
Or you're missing.
That you're missing. That's what it stems from. And it sort of reminds me of that famous quote that one of Spain's coaches, Vincent Del Bosque, when he coached the Spanish national team for the World Cup that they won in 2010, and also I think he followed suit with the Euro 2012 when they won that. He was talking about a specific player I mentioned him before, Sergio Busquets. He plays with Messi now in Inter Miami. He says when you don't focus on him, you don't see him. You don't really see him, but when you do, you see the game. Because he's in an important position where I'm linking the defense and offense. So one of the things he's good at, and so many opponents that have talked about this, is they like to pressure him when he has the ball. But it got to a point more often than not when they do that, they leave spaces open for him to exploit.
So it's like watching in basketball to the cutter.
Yes.
Or watching the slot guy hit a slant route.
Yeah.
And slip underneath the coverage. And he's wide open over there.
Or you're trying to pressure a great player and get up the ball. And the next thing you know, you got 3-4
open guys,
ready to either cut, or you probably have one of the best 3-point shooters in the league ready to just kill you.
Yeah.
At any given time. So it's just it's one of those things.
So hats off to the young man.
Yes.
We'll see where ends up next for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn. You rappers sometimes annoy me. you athletes also sometimes annoy me. Even you influencers too. Nobody's above approach.
No.
You're seeing this with the Drake and Kendrick battle. We're seeing this with LeBron James catching slack because another coach of his got fired. We're seeing this with what's going on in the Clippers because they're not coming into play.
No.
So nobody's above approach.
No.
You've been seeing with Diddy right now. Look what he's been going through. He's been chilling.
Oh yeah. He has to. Yo.
He's chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You artists, you influencers, you whatever, people in power. You are not untouchable.
No.
Okay?
Don't ever believe
that you can't have your moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On negativity.
If I can touch you and say dab to you, with the very same hand I could touch you and say dab to you, I could stab you.
Yes.
That's just reality. I'm not even trying to be dark.
No.
That's just the reality of it.
But that's what, he's correct. NBA Youngboy is in the news again, and this time for the wrong reasons. It's not about his baby mother situation with Floyd Mayweather and his daughter. It's not about the multiple other baby mothers he has. It's not about him beefing with certain artists. It's about NBA Youngboy himself. This is the same man who's on house arrest for some serious crimes. Okay? He's on house arrest chilling. But not no more. But he's on house arrest chilling. If I got away with the crimes he's done and I'm on house arrest, you would never had a peep from me. Low key, through and through. I'm crying on my money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay? Your boy, NBA Youngboy, has been arrested for a prescription fraud ring. NBA Youngboy, who was serving a federal house arrest, was involved in a large-scale prescription fraud ring in Cache County, Utah. NBA Youngboy, a.k.a. Contrail Deshaun Gaulden, who is 24 years old, was booked April 16th and faces a total of 63 new charges, Walt. 63. Not 6, not 4, not 3, not 10, but 63. Okay?
Crazy.
Remember that game when Kobe dropped 61?
Yeah.
Or when Clay dropped 60?
Yeah.
Well, he needed 3 more points to tie what this man has. Okay? All right, I'm not gonna do the bubble. No, I'm not in the mood for it. Because I'm just disgusted with this young man. NBA Youngboy has been charged with the possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person, a second degree, 1 count, a pattern of unlawful activity, second degree, 1 count, identity fraud, a third degree crime, 20 counts, forgery, a third degree crime, 20 additional counts, proctoring prescription drugs, a Class A misdemeanor, 20 counts, and possession of a controlled substance, a Class B misdemeanor, 1 count. See, Gaulden, aka NBA Youngboy, was a part of a scheme to fraudulently obtain promethazine with codeine, aka making dirty Sprite or lean. To obtain these items, Gaulden and his crew tried to obtain these meds from multiple pharmacies in the area, in Cache County area. These guys, including Gaulden, would impersonate doctors using valid DEA numbers and MPI numbers and other IDs for a real physician. When the pharmacist would check the incoming number from calling from that said individual, the numbers did not match the doctor's office. I'm Walt. Imagine me calling you from, I don't know, Emperor's Key's phone. And you have Emperor Key imposing as myself. Mm-hmm. And you look at the phone like, hey, bro. Where your brother at? No, he's here. This is me. That's essentially what he was doing.
Yo. Wow.
They got the man on the tapes, I'm Walt, impersonating a doctor.
Doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make. It doesn't.
So yes, he was calling from a number that wasn't related to the doctor's office. And when the pharmacist would go back and check the doctor's office to call them back again to confirm, the prescription script that was filled, they found out these doctors never even wrote the script at all.
The story just keeps getting worse for Youngboy.
A joint investigation with the sheriff, FBI, SWAT, searched Gordon's vehicles and residency and found prescriptions, drugs, with the patient's name that he was using, and a gun in the home of NBA Youngboy. The same man who's on federal house arrest. I am Walt. Why does this man continuously do this? You are an artist, right? You're the main artist, right? Why am I, as a main artist, calling these hospitals for these drugs? I'm Walt. I can contact somebody else to get it for me. Yes or no, I am Walt?
Yes, you are correct. You can.
But if I'm such a fiend,
that goes all out the window. All sense of logic, being low key, moving diligently, is thrown out the window over sense of things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I am Walt. These pharmacists were doing pictures of the vehicles that were driving for these prescriptions and submitting them to law enforcement. These pharmacists were recording the conversations they were having with NBA Youngboy and his company and his crewmates, I would say, about obtaining these prescription drugs. Where did they do this, Iron Walt?
We're in a very, 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 very dangerous time in the sense of like, and I hate to sound like the old head, but you kids have no sense. You have no sense, and you have no shame under this sun of ours. That's a everyday blessing. You knew you are on house arrest, dealing with serious charges, and right now you're trying to put yourself in a position to go back in the hole where they will throw away that key forever. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how a lot of young dudes are moving. You're not moving accordingly. There is not much unity with all of y'all. Y'all just out here, thinking this is some wild west type situation when it's not. It's not that. But how you guys are moving is beyond comprehension. NBA Youngboy, you have what? You have 10 kids and you're not even 30 yet.
10 plus kids, actually.
You're not even 30 yet.
I think so, right?
And you're able to
How many kids you got?
To make rap records. You have a cult following, online engagement. You're able to make money while you're still on house arrest. You're trying to figure out a way to put yourself behind bars.
Make it make sense.
You're hustling backwards. You was hustling backwards with all them babies. But hey, I'm sure with everything that you've done thus far, get you to afford all them babies. But it's just like, why are you putting yourself in a position to throw what you have away, and you're on house arrest? It don't look good for you out here.
NBA Youngboy has 11 children.
11 kids before the age of 25.
Yes.
Like, you can't even make this. You can't even make this up. You got a whole bunch of kids who are not even 25 yet. I mean, you have a whole bunch of kids and you're not even 25. You're not even 30 yet, and you keep putting yourselves in a position to crash out every time.
Mind you, this is gonna be a wise guy story, because he says he's not big on fatherhood, despite having 11 kids. So at least I can give Nick Cannon credit. He has all them kids, but he makes sure he sees his kids, take care of his kids.
Yeah.
For you to have 11 kids and not be big in aspects in their life, is going to come back to haunt.
You're a waste man.
Come back to haunt you.
Listen, that I also saw some clip of Dre and Michelle saying, I don't really care for the relationship. And she was having I just want the baby. Like these are nasty times we live in, bro. Ain't no way you having a kid walking around, with your blood pumping their heart and veins, and having certain aspects of you that you could see right away, whether they're visible or whether they're just like demeanor traits, and you just out here being dismissive of it. You sound like a sucker. You sound like a waste man.
This man, he's corny. But for you to respect your freedom that you have, to get caught up in another set of nonsense, you're a lost cause, man.
Yeah.
What your man say? Loaded Lux?
Your daddy was no gangster. He was just another lost ninja. Another lost ninja out here, all right?
You're lost. And you're back under federal persecution again. Which means, guess what, Mr. Youngboy? You're not going to get another crack at this again.
No, and he doesn't deserve it.
And mind you, you're still facing charges from past crimes for having a gun in California, for having, for the attempted murder stuff you had going on. You are lucky you got the house arrest only. And you pissing them in like this? You need help, young man.
You need lots of help. Well, but like I said, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like them putting on house arrest is like rewarding a bad kid for acting out, and you guys are already out at the market. The kid keeps acting out, and you're like, okay, here, and this is how this cycle starts. Like when bad behavior is awarded from the lens of like I see good in him or her, you've already become the enabler.
Oh yeah.
We don't do that. We don't do that here. I'm not saying, there are kids who don't come from circumstances NBA Youngboy came from and just seem like they keep on having a hard time. And, you as maybe a mentor, a teacher, whatever, not try to do your best to understand them and see potential there. But at some point, it gets to a point where like, yo, this person enjoys this level of behavior and ignorant mentality and just moving out here wilding. Gets to a point where you got to distance yourself from it.
Let's do the wise guy and I'll broach this NBA Youngboy thing he talks about with Vibe magazine. Hold on.
Get this through your head,
wise guy.
You only exist out here because of me. That's the only reason. Without me, you personally, every wise guy still around, I'll take a piece of your
wise guy.
Where's your blowing? Don't ever go over my head again.
All right. So this is the wise guy segment. Let's get right into it.
Yep.
Okay. So NBA Youngboy had an interview with Vibe, and he said he was not really big on fatherhood.
He have 11 kids on Earth.
Yes, he has 11 kids on Earth.
Bromley was Earth.
They asked him how important fatherhood was to him. He said he's not really big on it, to be honest. But one of his children were already there when they were doing the interview. So when the interview asked, you're a family man, he admitted likely that his kids would just randomly be there.
Sure.
You are 24 years old. Your baby's making babies. And the maturity level, it's
crazy.
Okay?
It's crazy. That's the problem. Too many babies making babies.
Exactly. Now, he says that he bonds with his kids, but, he bonds with them really what's inside the children. Whether he may get along with some of them or not is up to the children. The relationship with the mothers, however, can be very
toxic.
Yes. Remember, he ordered one of his baby mothers to attack the other one. I think that was one with Floyd's daughter, right?
I believe so.
In November 2023. And yeah, Yaya Mayweather, she stabbed one of the baby moms. And she lucky she got off with that. Because she should have faced time for that one.
She should have put some numbers on the board for that one.
But, Floyd's your daddy, so he has some good lawyers.
Yep.
So, with him saying that, he's not really a big family man and stop making children, bro. Or pull out.
Yeah.
But, hey, these women know who this man is. I'm certain he has a certain enigma about him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they fall for the trap.
Like they all do.
And now you're one of the many. Gotta do better.
I agree.
I am Walt. For our last question for the wise guy. Which alcohol left you so messed up you promised that you'll never drink it again? And why?
Which alcohol? Listen, it could have been rum punch a few times. It could have been pregnant. I said pregnant.
Pregnant?
Not pregnant.
Pregnant.
No, not pregnant. Why did I say
you loopy
pregnant?
Over there, bro?
I'm a little loopy out here.
Okay. Making sure, man.
Nah. It could have been not. It could have been like maybe. It could have been maybe Hennessy a few times. Henny gets me nice. I ain't gonna lie.
But you drink it all this time, though.
True, but the after effects of it ain't too pleasant at times, as far as certain headaches.
See, with cognac, I've learned with cognac is something supposed to be slow sipped.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't guzzle it down and then get another cup.
See, I'm not a guzzler. I'm a slow sipper.
I don't know, bro.
I'm a slow sipper who likes to have another cup.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Listen, there's some outings we've been a part of.
Yeah.
And
not the Henny. I do not guzzle the Crenny. I don't guzzle the Crenny.
Check this out, y'all. I'm gonna get him.
I don't guzzle the Crenny.
I'm gonna get him. No, I'm gonna get him.
I don't.
And I'm gonna document it.
I don't guzzle the Crenny.
I'm gonna take a pictures of how many cups he had.
Yeah.
At the times he had.
No. I don't argue the cups, but I don't guzzle the Crenny. I may have a lot of cups, but I'm not.
Isn't that not guzzling it down?
No. My thing is.
Well, are you thinking guzzling down like, another one?
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Because you have multiple cups.
Yeah, I'm not that guy.
Okay.
Listen. I'll give you that. I do have multiple cups of it, but I'm not that guy that's gonna just be like, taking it like it's shots all the time. Nah.
Okay.
Like I told you before, when I went to my guys wedding. My guys wedding.
Oh, you knocked it back.
Big shout out to DJ. I had 4 drinks and a shot.
He's lying.
A shot is a shot versus the drinks I have for two different things. The shot getting kicked back quickly.
He had 4 that he remembered.
The drinks, slow sips.
He probably had 8.
I like to enjoy my drink. I like a good drink. Okay.
He does like a good drink, but
So,
he doesn't like it to enjoy it because then he'll go back for another one.
That's not true. That's not true. My thing is, you make it.
River Outpost.
Here's the thing.
River Outpost.
When I drink,
River Outpost.
Okay. Let me put it like this. When I drink and I'm outside, I drink for that moment. I'm not one of these guys drinking every single day. There's a difference. When I drink, when I drink, it's in a large volume in a short amount of time.
So you're one of those guys that when they go out, we're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
Okay. Because I was gonna say River Outpost. I was gonna say oh my god, the Port Tavern.
Yeah. But the thing is, I'm not at these places every day.
That we do know.
So my thing is like, if I can afford to, or if it's up, I'm having a good time.
So y'all, I Am Walt has admitted to you guys, he's that friend because he doesn't get to go out often.
Yeah,
he's gonna wild out.
I'm not gonna wild out.
Not wild out in terms of causing a scene, but wild out in terms of we're gonna go drinking.
We're gonna go drinking, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go drinking, and we're gonna have a good time. That's how it goes. I will say the most I've ever had when I was out with you was on New Year's. I had like 10 glasses of champagne. It was there for the taking. What was I gonna do? Let it sit there? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you. You just kept knocking him back, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Champagne was it, man. Champagne was ever. Listen, everybody was on
that. That was the night that he met, Miss Blaze.
Shout out Miss Blaze.
Right? Was that New Year's?
Was it New Year's? It might have been New Year's.
Or before New Year's.
It was either. I feel like it was around that time, like probably maybe right before. I feel like it was around that time.
Okay.
But nonetheless, though, cool person, funny, but yeah, I think it was around. It was maybe around that time or maybe before it.
Okay. All right.
But
my turn. I don't like red wine.
Really?
Yes.
A lot of people like red wine.
I don't like red wine because I got messed up for red wine before.
Well, like you had like a headache the next day?
Bro, I was throwing up.
So
shout out to my man Jason. He had a house party.
Mm-hmm.
I pull up.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to think we're drinking. So at the time, I think I was like 22, 21, maybe 23. Early 20s. Yeah, early 20s. And he had a house party. So I pulled up.
Yep.
Now, mind you, I'm drinking with them. And they were just pulling out different liquors, but, nothing was, I guess they didn't have enough. So they had this bottle of wine that everybody was drinking. And I don't know if the wine was expired or if it got left out or whatever, or it's just that me and red wine does not agree. But I had it.
Mm-hmm.
I got home.
Oh.
I laid down.
Oh, no.
Bruh.
Did you eat that day before you had it?
We were eating that night.
Uh-huh.
I remember specifically me waking up middle of the night and just projecting vomit in the other room where the bathroom's at, on the wall in the corner.
Man.
Then getting up.
Mm-hmm.
Later on, going to the toilet, throwing up.
Bruh.
I was probably threw up like 4 or 5 times, bro. Damn. And then my pop comes downstairs. Hey, man, what's wrong with you? I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm a little hungover. Yeah, I'm just good. What's that smell? I have a stomach ache.
I stand on business. You got me somewhere, I stand on business.
I did not stand on business that night. So that red wine in me, ever since then, I was like, nah, I don't like red wine. Because red wine's bold. And red wine, you got to pair with certain drinks. Well, foods, actually. That's why they always say when you eat steak, you eat red wine. Chicken and fish, you have a white wine. Because they pair with each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the first one. I think the second one for me, not saying it's tequila because I'll take tequila shots. I think for me is volume control. I'll tell you our story. So, my man had a house party. I think I told Walt the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was a gin and juice fanatic. That was my thing. Tanqueray gin and juice, or so, you know, club soda, or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. So I remember us drinking in my homeboy's backyard, and we knocked back the Tanqueray gin of this me specifically. Then I got to Bacardi. I'm drinking that too, but I'm okay.
Yep.
Still okay. Then I remember my man saying, "Yo, yeah, we gotta get more liquor." So we drove to the club. It's called the Upper Deck in Haverstraw. Shout out to my man, my homeboy and his wifey. I want this still get it. I think his name is Matt Alfonso, because they owned it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got more bottles because we ran out of bottles, bruh. That's all I remember after that.
That's crazy. Oh man,
bruh. And I think they got like tequila. They got a vodka. Another bottle was.
Oh my god.
And I remember us getting the bottles. I don't remember us going home with the bottles. Bro, I get to my man's crib, bro. At one point, I remember me sitting down on his couch.
Yep.
And another point of me sitting down, bro, I remember me being in my car.
Mm-hmm.
And literally having one foot out the car and have my body in the car.
That's
and the
crazy.
door's wide open. And I don't even think I put the key in the ignition. I just had the key in my hand. It's like just laying out like this. Then I remember because I remember I went there. Then all of a sudden, bro, all I hear is like the Undertaker, bro, got up.
Yeah.
I said, I'm in front of my house in the passenger side with like a can of beer in the cup holder, bro.
That's crazy.
And I said, WTF? What the hell's going on? I'm like, bro, how did I get home? Oh, Jay drove you. What? He drove my car? Yeah. Bro, you was messed up. Bro, what happened? Bro, you was cooked. No, like, what happened? Like, did I black out? Bro, I drank so much I blacked out.
Man.
Because I remember me having the gin and juice throughout the afternoon, whatever. Then followed Bacardi. And the crew of us, we finished that. And then we went out for more liquor. These guys said I was taking tequila shots.
Sheesh.
When I got back.
Wow.
All of us.
Man.
I got so loopy, bro. I sat on my man's couch, bro. And was done.
That's real.
Right? It got so real of me sitting on that man's couch, bro. There was a young lady that was there.
Mm-hmm.
She's feeling me. I'm kind of feeling her, but she's feeling me more. So I am Walt. She's like, yo, Intence. I was like, what's up? So mind you, I'm drunk. So I'm sitting on the couch, bro, right?
Yep.
Why don't we go to the bathroom? What's the bathroom at? I'm like, it's over there. Like, no, like, can you take me to the bathroom? I'm like, why do I gotta take you to the bathroom for? Ma, the bathroom is right there. Then she rubs my leg like, no, I think you should take me to the bathroom. I am messed up, bro. I'm like, yo, shorty. It's right there. Why do I gotta take it to the bath? It's right there. Then she went down, grabbed the crotch, rubbed up to my face. I'm like, what the hell's wrong? And they said, word for word, what the hell's wrong with you, woman? I literally got off the couch, bro.
Yeah.
The love seat I was in.
Yeah.
Went to the bathroom door, opened it.
Yep.
Here's the bathroom. Why you keep asking where the bathroom is at? It's right here. You want coming back? No, I want coming back. I'm trying to sit down. The room keeps spinning.
The room keeps spinning. Keep spinning. That's how you know you are all the way messed up, bro.
Boy, she was so mad.
Man.
Then they said I was smoking weed too on the couch, bro.
Yeah.
We passed around L's. I'm like, ain't no way I smoked no weed. Bro, we thought you was a gangster.
Gassing.
Then they said how I got up. Said, F this, I'm leaving. I gotta get home to my bed, bro. They found me outside the car and maybe come back inside and go sit back down, bro.
Man.
Then when it was time for office to leave, I gave the keys to my homeboy. Thankfully, I know better. And he drove me home, and I sat home, and I woke up in my front seat, and literally the window was down, the landscapes was working, bro. This was in summertime, so it was hot. The leaves are blowing on my chest. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Yo,
oh man.
You got me somewhere, I stand on business.
And I was like, man, dog. That's why I learned, don't overdo it, bro.
Man.
Don't overdo it, bro. And trust me, I've had some nights where I had some drinks. Okay?
Man.
Yeah, I think what's the most I used to drink at Fridays, and they would have the $5 LITs.
Ooh.
Bruh, I would knock those things back like five of them before 12 o'clock. Man. Mind you, I'm out of work from Sprint at least 8:39. Then we would leave Fridays in the West Nyack at the Palisades Mall and go down to Nyack or Nanuet to party. And then drink over there too.
Man.
Then pop champagne. Then drive my homegirl back home to Haverstraw. And I'll drive for myself from Haverstraw back to Spring Valley and get up next morning at 8 o'clock again and do it over again.
Man.
For opening shift at the job.
Ooh.
And not break a sweat.
Yeah.
I can't do that no more, okay? At my age. No way.
Nah.
I can do those power naps when I go to bed and I gotta be up in 3-4 hours and power through the day. But trying to drink night before? No way. No way. No way. No way. No how. No way. Are you crazy? If I do that, I need Pedialyte on standby. Okay? As soon as I open my eye, I gotta be the unflavored Pedialyte, because I gotta take my supplements before go get the day started and get the energy back in my system, because I can't do that.
Nah.
I'm asking for trouble. Ain't no way. So yeah, that one right there. So alcohol consumption, like learning not to mix certain liquors, rums, and this and that and the other. I learned that. And I wouldn't say Everclear, because that's like a fun drink to drink. Because that's like rocket fuel. So if you drink Everclear, it just evaporates. I wouldn't touch Wild Irish Rose or Still Reserve. Those hood drinks. No way.
Yeah, hood drinks.
Like Mad Dog 2020 something. Nah.
They be getting you in trouble. Them drinks will get you in trouble out here, man.
Matt, Old English.
Nah, man.
Wild Irish Rose is the one that I'm like, what the hell is this stuff? And I'm drinking it like it's nothing. I'm like, this is a little juicy juice, boy. What? Boy, a couple of hours later, I'm like, oh my God, I got this bathroom. And that thing run right through me, player. Send everything out of you.
My whole thing is, if you ever plan on using alcohol to crash out, just stay home and crash out, bro.
Yeah, man. Sit down in your crib.
Stay home and crash out.
Or do the responsible thing is give your keys up or get a DD. Get designated driver. This Uber, this Lyft, this man.
Yeah.
I have no problem taking my friend's keys and be like, oh, how you getting home? I guess I'm taking you home. And drop them in their house.
Yep.
They walk inside their house.
Yep.
And they call me the next morning. Yo, where's my car at? At the club.
Yep. Yeah.
Where it belongs.
Take a nice little walk of shame to your bed, bro.
That's it, player. Don't bring your butt outside no more.
Real talk.
And then, the famous words I hear, oh, I was good. No, you wasn't.
You're a liar.
No, you was not.
You was not good.
All right, y'all. That's our time. I am Walt, giving you handle.
I am _ WAL 4 T's at the end. my R&B is dead page and my Alt is the motion page. You know, post some slaps on there. You know,
and you can follow me at DJ Intence, DJINTENCE. Big shout out to the Honest Guy, Ashante's Groove. That's the final song of the episode, and we'll see you guys next week. Yeah, this is a 2-week hitter because one episode came first, next episode came later. I don't want predictions for NBA Finals. So, who do you have for the Knicks and Pacers? I'm gonna go New York
for the finals.
No, I'm sorry, for the NBA playoffs. Actually, I'm sorry.
For
NBA playoffs.
I'm
going to Knicks for the Knicks and Pacers.
I'll go with the Knicks.
I definitely think Boston to get the Cavs.
I could see that.
I can see Boston going to 6 with the Cavs. I'm not gonna disrespect Cleveland like that.
6 or 5? I'll 6 or 5.
I'll say 6. I think OKC's gonna get the Mavs about it. I got it 5-1, 4-1.
4-1. Ooh.
Yeah,
that's pretty convincing. I'll give that one.
A gentleman's sweep. I give
it 6.
6?
I think. Listen. I think with Kyrie and Luka, they could at least get 2 games.
For me, I'm looking at the fact that as OKC, they play as a team, and they got a bunch of young guys that are there, and they're SGA is the man in charge, and they play with a team chemistry that is unbeknownst to all the other teams out there. They're young, they're hungry, they can get it. I think they get them out in 5 because one of the main rotation pieces, is out, Max Kleber, because of that cheap shot the Clippers did, but the man dislocated his shoulder.
Yeah, that was dirty. Yeah, that was really.
And the Clippers, for me, I'm like, bro, what the hell y'all doing, bro? You lucky I didn't get 10 y'all yet. You lucky. You lucky. Lucky I didn't have time, but because I was gonna give y'all the business.
Man, yeah, that was dirty.
Okay. Timberwolves and Nuggets. I had the Timberwolves in 6. I'm gonna keep it at 6. I think the Denver Nuggets they'll split one of those home series and get Game 5, and the Timberwolves will take them out in Game 6 back in Minnesota.
It's like this. It's the way I see it, bro.
I don't see gentleman sweep nor sweep.
If the Timberwolves don't, further put Denver out of this playoffs, I got Denver.
You got Denver? How many games?
It's like this. This might either, Denver might either win 4 straight or just go 7.
You got Denver winning 4 straight?
It's possible.
After what you just saw there?
It's possible.
I don't see him winning 4 straight in a row, bro.
It's possible.
I can see him taking one of those games. But mind, they lost at home. Denver has been on cruise control at home.
That's what shocks me about. That's what shocks me about all
They swept them at home, bro.
That's what shocks me about it. And this is why I feel the way I feel, because my thing is like, if you're going 2-0 going home, it's more pressure for you to get rid of them at home.
Like I said, I think Denver will get either Game 3, Minnesota will take Game 4, and Denver will take Game 5.
Realistically speaking, going into the series, I would have pictured.
I had Minnesota going 6. Jump.
This is how I started it. I had Denver going up 2, and then Minnesota making it interesting. Now Minnesota's made it way more than interesting. Now they're 2-0 going home, and my thing is like, they can't afford to slack off. Not even in Game 3. This is what makes this thing so like. Am I truly convinced Minnesota's could possibly sweep them?
If Minnesota goes up 3-0,
they have to win that series.
Then they have to win that series. Because I don't want to see that script of the Minnesota Wolves of them going up 3-0 or 3-1 and having Denver come back and win it now.
That will haunt Ant-Man, and he's only 22.
Yeah.
The media will never.
Here's the reason why.
Never let him forget that.
This is the reason why, for me, I think Minnesota has their number. They put the kibosh on them without Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, it was really bad. Because my thing is like, I gotta give him a lot of credit, but I also gotta wonder, Denver, were you really out here trying to think you could relax because Rudy Gobert was not in the lineup? Was that?
I don't know.
Because it's a weird weird one for me. Because I can't fathom that they would think just because Rudy's not playing that they could just ease off.
Jamal Murray, you gotta wake up, bro. Michael Porter Jr. You gotta wake up, bro.
Listen, I feel like the only person who hasn't lost, who's been sticking to the script is Aaron Gordon.
Game 1, you was a no-show, Aaron Gordon. Game 2, you showed out. But Michael Porter Jr., this ain't the Lakers.
No, offensively, yes, you could say like they've all been struggling. But I feel like a lot of the reasons why they came back in Game 1 and in Game 1 didn't look like Game 2 was because they cleaned up the boards.
Yeah,
and Aaron was a big part of that.
But now he's going against the trees, and you can't really dominate like you used to.
No.
So it's going to be interesting to see that Game 3. You're going to see if Minnesota can win Game 3. I'm looking at Denver. You got to get 4 and 5.
And this is what I'm talking about, because like I said, if Minnesota goes up 3-0, listen, man, the next day it's over. It's over for Denver.
I got to go in 6.
I
think Denver will steal Game 3. Minnesota will win Game 4. Denver will steal Game 5 back on their home floor. Minnesota come out in Game 6. That's just me personally. But if they get out in 5, their Achilles heel for this year was at the bench depth.
Now, what if Denver ties the series?
2-2?
Yeah.
It's best out of 3.
Sure. But where would you lean on?
Well, remember, like we said, the series always, you don't know the series is going to be until a visiting team wins your home floor. Wins on the home floor, on the other team's floor. Minnesota did that. If Denver can do that back at their homes, they're going to be one of those, okay, well, Game 5 is pivotal. It's pivotal.
Yeah.
See you guys next week.
Next week it is.
Later.
Peace. Stop playing with me, Dre.
All my life, I pray for someone like you. But you say you want something different, so let go, I'ma give it your distance. Cause I know you gon' come right back. She don't know what to do, but you coming back. Did love right here, no price tag. Did girl right here, got big bag. You talk your shit, I'ma talk back. Wanna bark at me, I'ma bite back. Motion. It could've been you, but I want more. Now you so stuck. Should've been 10 toes strong, but you won't trust. You going outside, that's too bad for you. Cause I'm gon' get my way. Tryna run tag, you play this love, this body, I win. You lost it, this sauce, I found it. You want it back, can't get it back. Dub, you lost it, this drip, I'm dropping. No trust, I'm talking. You want it back, can't get it back. Thought you was the one you hung around for fun. You told